Hi, welcome to my world. I've not been on YouTube for quite some time, so I thought it was about time I did another little video for you. This is only a quick sort of a one to view what I've done in this world. There's not a lot, but some of it could be quite interesting. In fact, the name of this video that I'm going to be calling I've saved villages and given them a home, or I've rescued villages and given them a home. That's what I'm going to be calling it. Now up here I've got a lot of chickens. This is actually, I don't know if it's still, yeah, there they go. As the chickens lay the eggs, they get thrown up into the air. Sometimes they hatch like that one, either it hatched or it was there from before. So yeah, I get a lot of chickens that way, and this causes a lot of lag, so I've got to go in periodically and kill them all off. And of course they lay more eggs here as well, so that I've got to pick them up. Some more around here probably. I haven't got any eggs yet. That's weird. I don't know why. No eggs. They're not laying eggs. That's very weird. Now this one over here, I have probably in excess of 100 bees because I'm in hard mode. I'm not going to be collecting any honey. This is just something I just wanted to do, and as you can see I've got, I think it's 65 hives all around. Most of these I've made myself. There's a few that spawned naturally, like these ones with the yellow band. They have actually spawned naturally. The rest of them I've actually made. I've got a couple of goats in here. I got them inside a room with a roof on it because they jump so damn high. They keep jumping out of fences and things all the time, so that's what I had to do there. I have my horses over here. The name of this world, I've called it Rocket 1.17, which it is actually version 1.17 Minecraft, and this was just as they made the new version. I made this world, so that's how long I've been in here, and it's now, I think we're on 1.18 at the moment. The first drop of 1.18. And so, as I said about the Rocket 1.17, one of my horses in here is named Rocket, and that was, I named the world, of course, first before I got the horse, but that was the intention, that as soon as I get a horse, I'd name it Rocket. So that's where that came from. I've got a pyramid. Now, funny thing about these pyramids, I've actually made 3 pyramids in this world, all rainbow. I had planned on making like a glass rainbow to go sort of across, quite a big one I thought, but I just couldn't get the shape right, so I thought, what to heck with this, I'll make a pyramid. So I made this one, was the first one I made. Now this one is, I believe, 64 by 64, so it's like basically a whole stack in each direction. So it's quite a good size. I've actually got, I better get on top, I don't know if there's any nasties in here, so I'll get my sword out. I've got a few things in here. I've been to the end, as you can see, and I've got myself some of this coral, what's it called? Chorus fruit, yeah, the chorus fruits. And I came back with 10 flower heads, chorus fruit flower, and now I've got a lot. Now also the bamboo. I found one piece of bamboo in a shipwreck because at the time I hadn't found a jungle biome, so I got the one piece of bamboo and I've just grown it all from there. Also the dripstone, I started off with, I think, probably about that much from there to there on 2 sides of this footpath, the pathway, and now it's all gone and I've got chests full of it as well. Okay, just coming up here on the left, ooh, a couple of spiders. I've been wanting to get some spider eyes, so I'll just see if we can get an eye out. Oh, there's 3 here, that's good. Now anyway, this farm, for a long time now, I've actually been building farms, usually 9 by 9, so you get 80 pieces of whatever you got out of it, because one is taken up with water. But sometimes I'll actually build them where I've got 2 gardens side by side, and sometimes even 4, so I'll have another 2 out that way or whatever. And then I'll stack them like I've done with this one on top of each other. So they've got wheat there, carrots, potatoes, radish, and this level and this level have both got watermelon, mainly because I have a pumpkin farm where I'll show you shortly. So yeah, because the watermelon was something that I could trade with the gardener. So that's why I had 2 levels of watermelon there, because I have got a pumpkin farm inside. Now this is my sheep farm. This sheep farm, I've got 4 sheep of each colour, and it gets so laggy up here, it's just beyond ridiculous. So at the moment I'm running this on my son's computer. There's some zombies out there. He's actually downloaded my Minecraft Xbox One world, with this one here, onto his computer, so I can actually run it from there. Now also there's just a few villagers in here. Yeah, they don't actually give very good deals, these ones, because I've never actually rescued these ones. As you can see, where's one over here? There's one over here with mending. That one is 34 emeralds. That's a lot. I've got other villagers that I'll show you shortly that actually will do mending for 1 emerald. I just got to make sure I'm not going to get caught here with something. Oh, it's the sun rising up anyway. Oh yeah, I've got a bit of a field of copper blocks out here, greening. Okay. Now with my sheep farm, it's not a sheep farm, sorry, it's a wool farm. I've got these chests were all pretty much full at one time. So I had 5 chests full of wool, and this is now the 6th chest coming up here now. The brown, of course, I was actually trading that with the shepherd, so there's not much brown wool at the moment. This one's only half full. These are actually so I can transport them down below to my bulk storage. Now this is just like a villager breeding thing that I had, and I've basically stopped them breeding. They were just becoming out of hand. In fact, I didn't even want them to breed at one time, and they just started breeding on their own, so I thought I'll let them go and see what happens. But they all wanted to become fishermen, and I thought, what good is a fisherman to me? I don't know. So I managed to get rid of the fishermen and then put in some of these things so that the farmers can happen. And this guy here, I've got him actually feeding this guy over here. So that, and I've got these ones. This is the carrots that he's already produced. Nothing in those. So he's actually feeding this guy, and of course the carrots end up in the chest because when he drops them, tries to throw them over the fence, they drop into these hoppers and then go either of the chests. So it's quite good. He's not picking up the potatoes, naughty man. So it's quite good. But I mean, it's because I'm not at this end of the farm, end of the world very often. It doesn't really run all that well. Okay, yeah, I wanted to show you some of my. I just want to show off some of my. I've managed to find a lot of ancient debris. Now this is a solid stack. There's no hollowness in it. It's all solid. So at the moment it's 4 by 4. So each row, that's 16, 32, 48, 64, and there's another 16 there, and then there's another 3, 2, and 2. So all up, I'm not sure, I've got more in there. This is my coal. Each one of these rows, by the way, is 1 block short of having 3 stacks. So that's what it is. There's iron. There's the blue, what do you call it? Lapis lazuli. The red. Red. I've got that. I've also got more redstone. The emeralds. This is the copper that's been greened. And there's the copper that's still waiting to be greened. This is my diamonds. Now my diamonds, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 1 stack, half a stack, and 2. So I've got 64, 32, and 2. So and 5 more in there. So I've got quite a few diamonds. Oh, and my gold. Yes, my gold. I haven't shown you my gold. I've got a lever on here just to lock that up. It's just got a couple of pistons. Okay, now I'll go down here. This is a rough storage system that I put in a while ago, and this is why, because of all these drums, or barrels they call them, this is why I was actually getting so many fishermen. And as you can see, I've been to the end a number of times, and I've actually found a number of little ships over there, and each time I've found the ship, I've taken the dragon head and the wings. Now this is actually concretes that I've made. These are the colour of the shulker box is the colour of what's inside them. Those are all white back there. I've got these things, as you can see, I've got 18 more there. Ender chests, I've got them all over the place. So every time I've gone to the end, I've ended up finding a few more each time. And I have been there a few times. Oh, my fish is upside down. And I did get the dragon's egg. There it is there. And of course, I've got a lot of these things here, the axolotls. Now, okay, this is the concrete powder here. This is it. And this is how I actually make my concrete. I just pour the water. Flick the switch, pour the water. It becomes concrete, and then I just break it again. And it breaks, and now it is concrete. So then I just break it and replace it. Stick it in the chest over here. This is the brown, so there's the brown one. As I said before, the colour of the chest, this is all powder here. The colour of the chest actually indicates what is in it. Now, this is all gravel. There's 11 and nearly a third chests of gravel. I've got 5 and a bit chests of sand, so that can make more concrete. And I've got nether wart over here. This is probably just about all grown. That was my pumpkins just harvesting, in case you didn't know. Okay, so seeing you run really fast on this stuff. It's really good. I've got the speed boots on. I like the little ghosts that come out. I'll show you my boots, what I've got on my boots. Oh, there we go. So I've got the depth strider, which helps me swim underwater for like really easily, or walk underwater. The soul speed is why I can walk fast on here. So that's what is there. And these guys, they keep popping up all the time. Really a nuisance. Okay, I'll just take you down. I've got a slime chunk, or several slime chunks in this world actually, but this one I've made actually a slime farm out of it. First of all, I'll take you up this other end here because there's something interesting up here too. This is actually going into a amethyst crystal geode, and this is where I get all my amethyst shards and the actual crystals from. So I've actually removed all the ones that you can't get the crystals growing. The one, as you can see the little X on there underneath the crystal. That's the ones that actually grow. In fact, if you try breaking those, you can't. Well, they break and they disappear. You can't take them with you, unfortunately. It would have been nice if you could, but you can't. So you have to leave them inside like that and then just let them grow. So they grow periodically, and each time I come down here I'll get anything from a dozen to maybe 2 or 3 dozen large crystals off them, or maybe a stack or 2 clusters depending on how I farm them. We'll go down here and we'll go to my slime chunk, the one that I've made a bit of a farm out of. I've only made 2 levels. I had thought about making more, but I thought, never mind, I'll just make the 2. It's giving me more than enough of what I would be wanting. So I don't know if there's going to be any spawning there at the moment. Sometimes there is, sometimes there's not. And it's got a rail, oh yes, there's some down there now. It's got a railway track underneath there picking it up. So you see them disappearing now. Is it disappearing? Yep. And that one disappeared. That one will shortly. Yeah, it's gone. So the railway track, there's actually 2 rail carts under there. So I've got basically half and half for each cart. Last time I was in here, I only had about 7 slime balls in here. Oh, look at that. It's over full now. Okay, so this will be probably, yeah, so I'm going to have to clean it out. Okay, I'm cleaning it out now, so we'll just cut past this bit. Oh, look at them all coming in. Okay, so after doing that, I've actually got that many slime blocks here at the moment. It worked quite well. I've got 2 levels only. That's that one, and this is the one where you actually use the iron golem in the middle, and there's the other level up there. There's 2 levels. Okay, so while I'm standing in here, they very rarely actually spawn. I have to be further away. So upstairs, pretty much up above, is where my sheep farm is. So when I'm pottering around there, that's when they're actually working hard down here. So there's a lot of them coming through then. So we'll go back up top. There's a few more things I'd like to show you before we head over to the villager. I was planning on doing more levels here, but I sort of stopped when I got down to this far. So I think I've got, 3 or 4 levels? 4 if you count the sheep area. Yes, okay, I've shown you that. Oh, yes, my wool. I've got my bulk storage wool. This is where I put it. This is all my bulk storage wool in here. As you see, each colour has got 5 chests. All those chests back there, as I said before, I got 5 chests from each one of them. Now, the only ones that don't have full 5 chests, I think white, because I've used a lot. You'll see that later. The pale blue, I've used a lot of it. There's only 1 and a bit. The brown, because I've sold a lot to one of the shepherds to try and get emeralds. That's only got 3 chests full only. There's two chests missing. So everything else, I believe... No, grey. Grey, that's right. I used a lot of that in my other one too. So there's only 4 and 2/3 there. But everything else has got 5 chests full of it. I can prove it if I need to. But anyway, there's there. And also in here, this is actually a little farm. I actually saw Cub Fan, I think it was, on Cub Fan 135 on Hermitcraft Season 8, I believe it was. He made one of these. So I've copied his. I don't know if he was the originator of it, but I've copied his, and it basically is automatic producing. Just that little bit there just already gave me almost 1.5 stacks. I've got 3 chests full there. There's the bone meal. because it does take a lot of bone meal. There's the bone meal in there. So anyways, it's taken probably nearly a stack, or good half a stack anyway, to get what I've done. Yeah, half a stack, because this was full. It's taken half a stack to produce that nearly 1.5 stacks that I have found there. Okay, go along. I'll show you my pumpkin farm. I'm not sure who originated the pumpkin farm, but it works really well. I think it's probably one of those things that no one probably knows who designed it, but if anyone knows who designed it, please let me know. And this is it over here. It's got the rail there, yeah? You just saw one harvest. So it's, if I jump up here, you might see where the pumpkin's at. And this, the rail cut's already picked it up. It could have. So it picks it up. So I've got, there's a few there. Chest full, and a few. As you can see, I didn't need any more growing on my top of my farm. So that's that. I've actually raided a few, I don't know what they're called, outposts. So I've raided a few of those. This is my cooking station. I put it in there. It goes. I haven't got anything to demo at the moment. So that one there's got the, what do you call it, the blast furnaces on it, those two. That's got the smoker for doing food. And then these ones here are just for cooking normal stuff. I've got some things in there to cook, some stones there. This one here, I can put stuff in there, but if I've got a shulker box full, I just sit the shulker box on top there and it actually just drains through and just cooks. So that's pretty good. Smithing table. Oh yes, I've got a cactus. I just heard the water, it reminded me I've got a cactus farm next door. That's sort of a map of the area. I haven't actually mapped all of it. Cactus farm, some there, and some there, okay? So that's right next to my sheep farm. I think we've got to go down to my, I've got to put my, if I'm going into the nether, I need to put my gold hat on, and I'll have some food before we go. Now we will go over to the nether and take a trip. I've got several tracks, minecart tracks in the nether that take me to various places. One takes me to where I get a lot of sand from. There's quite a good sized desert. There's also a village there. There's another one that's goes to a mesa. There's no village around there that I know of. I haven't found one anyway. Another one that goes to where I've actually got a, oh, that's loud. It's quite loud. A double spawner. This is to an ocean. I've got the ocean monument. That's where we're going now. I've got one that goes to a, God, I can hear one of those things. I don't like them. Yeah, no, I've got one that goes to a mesa. I think I said that. And I've got, let's see, one of my railway tracks splits in two and it continues on to a village. And also near that village there's actually a flower garden, like one of those flower forests. Okay, now I'm going to go through here. This is to my ocean monument. I've actually completely cleaned out an ocean monument. There's none of the monument left. This is just, I've got it all glassed around. In fact, I'll jump over. Actually, I'll go out this side since this is the side we've got to go anyway. I'll jump into the ocean and I'll just show you from the outside. Oh, there you can see some of the guardians in there. One of these days I'm going to try and make a guardian farm to try and farm them. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I've got a few more bees here as well. I think there's 10 bees. I've got some of these little guys in here. My other ones, I had a tank and they all disappeared. I had like, can't remember, I had like 4 brown ones in that one, as well as the yellow, orange and yellow, pink and white. But I never have found a blue one yet, unfortunately, but I have found plenty of other ones. So some of these I have actually named, but if for some reason you can't see their name tags, I named them while they were in the bucket, but you can't see them now. I suppose you have to pick them up in the bucket to find out what their name was. I don't know. So I thought that was supposed to retain the name, but through glass you can't see the name anyway. So I've got a boat here, but if I go down here, I actually go down here quite often and actually kill some of these things, but I won't do any of those today. But there's the guardians in there, and as you can see, one is attacking the squid. One of them is attacking a squid. They don't seem to hurt them because the squids, I don't see them go red at all, so it doesn't look like it hurts them, but sometimes you get 4 or 5 of these guardians will attack one squid. But anyway, now what I often do around here while I'm coming in here trying to get some ink sacs from the squids, I'll come down here and I'll find the drowns, because there's a lot of them around here. Oh, there's one now. And I've actually managed to get quite a few, it's got a shell, quite a few tridents, which you'll see that shortly. I like to get the shells, and of course if they give copper, I'll get the copper. I don't worry about the flesh, because I've got plenty of that anyway. So yeah, that's what I do. So it's easy enough. Like I was in here one day just recently, and I killed, it's one of those, no, that's got a shell. I don't think it's got a trident. No, nothing. I killed, I don't know how many of the ones not holding a trident did I kill, but I killed 6 holding tridents, and I got 4 of those tridents. So sometimes you're lucky, sometimes you're not so lucky. Other times you might kill 12 and not get 1. So it really just depends. See if I can find one and see if I can kill it. And there's one with a trident. Oh, there. See, I got the trident straight off. First one I killed with a trident, I got it. There's another one with a trident. Let's see if we're lucky twice. No, it didn't get it that time, but I did get some copper. I'll get the copper. But yeah, as you can see, it's not that difficult. I don't know whether the it's more difficult, and as you can see too, I'm under the water and everything's nice and bright. See the top right hand corner of the screen, there's one funny, like a little, I don't know what you call it, like it's an icon that tells me that I'm within range of the conduit that's in there. Now I'll see if I can see where the conduit is. I don't think it's on, you can't see through the side. I've got the stuff growing there, so you can't really see it. I think it's around the corner here. See if we can see it. Yeah, there it is in there. I've got all lights all over it, but you can't really tell exactly what it looks like, but that's where it is. That's how close it is there. And I can swim out away from that. I think it's 98 or 96 blocks in any direction from that, and you're safe underwater. So as you say, it's quite a long distance, and I'm safe. Yeah, sometimes when I'm down, oh, did I get another copper block? When I'm down here, sometimes I'm trying to hit these guys, and the grass and the weeds get in the way, and I'm hitting the weeds and they're walking through it and I'm not getting them. Anyway, that's enough for that. Just I see another one with a trident, we'll give it another go. But we did get another one anyway, but I have got quite a few tridents, and I'll show you that when I get back there. Okay, we'll hop in a boat. Okay, now we've got to go out this way. This was an attempt at making a spawner for like a mob spawner. This was the first attempt that I made, but I found out later on, because it was directly above the underwater monument, nothing would spawn in it. I was not getting anything out of it. So I built this off to the side, and it kind of works sometimes, but I don't know, I'm not really into that now. It's just I'm not getting enough of it. I have built one elsewhere, but there again, it doesn't work terribly well. Here we are, we're back here again. I got temporarily a little bit lost just then, but I'm back again. Now this is actually, when I go down here, I haven't actually prettied anything up down here or anything, because I just haven't gotten around to doing it. I don't have a chance to, but anyway, come down into here. You can hear the villagers already. Now what I'll do is I don't want to be snuck up on from behind, so what I usually do is I just drop a couple of blocks. Oh, I've still got the minecart on me. I just put a couple of blocks there just so that nothing can walk in on me. This is actually a zombie farm, a zombie spawner, and because I've got water from there up, they actually become drowns. And this is where I've actually rescued my villagers from. I've found a few zombie villagers in here, and you can actually rescue them, turn them back into villagers, and then they're really grateful, and they have really cheap trades. So I'll take you through. I've got a few farmers in here. I've labelled some of them. Some of them give me golden carrots. So there's one that gives me golden carrots. So there he is. He's got the golden carrots, 1 emerald for 3 golden carrots. So that's quite good. If you've got pumpkin or anything else, you can get them for 1 as well. So that's that one. This one, he's got 1 beetroot for 1 emerald. So he's exchanged them back that way as well. Of course, I've been getting a few things. Now, what I'm coming down here for is I'm hoping to actually show you how I actually did save the villagers, get the villagers from zombie villagers into, turn them into villagers, but there's none in there at the moment, so we'll have to kill a few off, I guess. Got to wait for them to come along. They're a bit slow until it actually gets packed with them here. Maybe while I'm waiting, I'll show the tridents. This is some of the tridents that I've actually managed to find. or not find, but I killed the drowns and got their tridents. So, and this is what I do with them. Like I'll take 3. I will take a mending book, 1, 2, 3. Put that onto there. So I put the trident, then that, and then for 2 points, 2 enchantment thingy points, I can do a mend on it. And I'll put that and just do another one. Now you have to do the mending. I'll put the mending book on obviously before you do the put the XP onto it. Now with this one here, I've got that loaded up there, so I'll just flick the switch. It'll light up. Okay, watch the trident. Okay, now that one's completely healed again. Completely right. So I'll just flick the switch again. Let one more thing come through. Do the next one. Okay. Now also my points that I've collected has gone from 362. We'll see what it goes to the next one. Okay, we'll let another one through. So from 362 points and fixing the trident, gone to 365. Now I don't know if that's a glitch or what. My son actually tried building one of these in his world in Java and it didn't work. But I have a feeling it's because I've cooked a lot of copper. I've had a lot of iron, a lot more iron than that, probably more than a stack more of iron. Also probably another stack of gold, because I've actually made a whole stack of apples, golden apples. So it's probably a stack or more, or nearly a stack anyway of gold. Probably a stack and a half, maybe nearly 2 stacks of iron, because I've had to make I've made a few iron golems, 3 iron golems, and I've made a stack of, actually this is my 3rd stack of anvils, okay, because of repairing everything. Okay, so now those are repaired. Now I'll come back here and I will take out the unbreaking books. So I'll put the unbreaking books on these. Hopefully the anvil will last. Now this is taking 4 points. That one's done. So those 3 now have been completely fixed. So that's where I would leave them. Now I've got a couple of tridents that I use of my own. Oh, where did I put them? I don't know where I've put them. Maybe they're in here. Yeah, there they are. I've got Riptide on that one. That's the one where you can actually throw it and you'll fly through the air as long as you're standing in water, or if it's raining, that can happen. And that one is one where you actually throw it, kill whatever or hit whatever, and it'll fly back to you. So to do those 2 different things, you do need 2 tridents. I've had a little bit of fun with those, but I haven't done a lot with them. Okay, now we'll see if there's if any is spawned back here at the moment. No, there's still none. Okay, well I'll keep killing, and when I find one, I'll get back to you. Okay, we're back again. I have actually managed to get 2 of them lined up here. They did take a few minutes to get 2 of them. Oh yes, by the way, this lever that I keep bumping into here, this lever actually controls this block, which basically just blocks them off from coming through. Now the little ones, the little baby ones, can still get through. In fact, there's another villager coming through back there. But I've got this down here for the little villagers, and I'll just demonstrate this. What I actually have in here, I've got there's a bucket of lava, but there's also some items that they could wear. So it's just a hit and miss, pure luck. There's also some for zombie meat. So that one's got a helmet. What that one got. But eventually the lava will come through, so there's running out of stuff there now, but I'll let them have a little bit of... Oh, there it is now. It's come through. Okay. Oh, don't want to hit that villager. Okay, now we've got both of those. Now I've got to go into here, get a couple of golden apples, and I'll grab 2 of these just in case, but I should only need 1 because they're standing fairly close there. We'll give it a try. It gets me as well. Okay, it did get both of them. Now what I do is I break these blocks out and I run. Now they will follow, as you can see. He's got a piece of thing on him. They will hopefully land in the boat. Be prepared just in case. That one's in the boat. The other one should be coming up. There he is. He might go in the same boat, might go in... Yeah, they're in different boats. Now, these ones, because I'm curing them, they will become villagers. Now, they might choose to become... Because out here, as you know, I've got farmers. So they've got their little farmer composter thing. But down below, which I'll take you there shortly, I've got a lot of librarians. I've got a couple of armourers. I've also got a weaponsmith. So I've got all those bits and pieces. So these ones could become anything. In fact, I had one became a fisherman briefly once. So I'll just let them do whatever they want to do for these ones just to show you. Oh, there we go. He's a... Okay, oh, a cleric. Okay, I could do with another cleric. Oh, and the librarians. Okay, didn't get a chance. Okay. Alright, so he's a Riptide 3. Okay, that's not a bad one. What's he got? I can't see. So he's only got two diamonds. I have actually been getting some for only 1, so we'll just leave those for now. Now I'll come back around here and put this block back in. Put that there and the half slab. It's not the same ones I had, but that's alright. Then I'll flick the lever again and they'll all come through. There's another villager right there, but I'm not going to worry about it. Or zombie villager, I should say. Not going to worry about that. So I'll let these guys out. They can wander around. I'll show you some of, because I've got armorers. I've got let's see, I've got I think 4 or maybe 5 armorers. The first 3 I got were only giving me the pants, or the, what do they call them? That's a chest plate, and that's leggings. So then I got another one that gave me leggings and helmets. And then I think the 5th one I got, or 5th one I think, gave me the boots and helmets. So I've got 3 I think, or 4 maybe, that give me the leggings and the chest plates. One that gives me the boots and the helmets, and another one that gives me the helmets and I think the leggings for that one. Now as far as the weaponsmith goes, I've only got 1 or 2 weaponsmiths, and they only give me swords and axes. Unfortunately, I don't have one yet that gives me the shovels or the pickaxes. But as you can see, if you go through these, you find the sharp knockback. So that's 2 different places, 2 different villages. I don't know if there's any different ones up here. Sharpness 2, knockback 1. I've got nearly 3 or 2.5 chests. Same as here. There's Bane of Arthropod, sorry. Breaking 1. There's a sharpness 3. I think there was another one in there. There's at least 2 villages that give us... Hello, what are you up to? Curly? Too expensive. Anyway, I'll let them just wander around here a little bit. One of them might have already gone down. Oh no, it's not. That's... Are you a new one? He hasn't got a name tag. They must have made another one. I named all the other ones. Oh, and they kill the slimes. As I said, this is a slime chunk down here too. They seem to spawn over in this near this corner. And of course, as soon as they spawn, the iron golems, they come running. Down here, I've got... This is the little town I made for them. It's not that great, but I mean, it's functional. It works. And they've all got beds. This is my only one of these, the what do you call it, cleric that I've got. And from him I get a bottle of enchanting, yeah. And I also sometimes get the eyes off him as well, but I have got enough of those now. There's my mending guy. Now, before, remember the one that I had back at my house, the mending guy. Now this has got mending level 1. See? He's, I'll get one, and I won't get one because I haven't got any books on me. But mending, he's only for 1 emerald, not 34 emeralds like the one that hasn't been. These are because I've saved them from being zombies. Okay, now this guy, he's one of the armorers. He's got the pants and the vest, what do they call it, top. So that's what he's got there, 1 emerald each, as opposed to 31 each, or 22 and 31. So yeah, so it's quite good. Some of them are a little bit higher than that. Some of them have gone up in price here and there. Oh yes, I've got these set up mainly for the... thank you very much, that was a bit rude of you. Silk Touch level 4, that's him there. And he's only 1 emerald. So there you go, Silk Touch emerald. 1 emerald. So that's that one. What have you got? Some of them I've labelled, some... Thank you. Some of them I haven't. I don't know what this guy... Oh, he's got bookshelves. 1 emerald each. I've got one, actually, funnily enough, he does 2 mending books. Mending... No, that's the flaming one. I've got 3 or 4 that do mending, which is a mending level 3. One that's got one level 1 and another one level 3. Oh, this is my little fish pond here. Yes, so he's got level 1 and level 3. Now, level 1 mending is actually 1 emerald, but level 3 is, I think, about 14 emeralds. So it's different for the same person, same item. Anyway, this is... I put little shops in here. Not that anyone's ever going to come in here and buy the stuff, but I like to do these things. So I've got... this is here. Any 2 stacks for 1 diamond. So I've got baked potatoes, cookies... What's in here? Bread, loaves of bread and cakes. This one here is golden carrots, 1 diamond per stack, which is that one. Meat, any 64 pieces for 1 diamond. So I've got chickens in there, and then I've got, because I haven't had enough of any one thing, so I've got some lamb. I've got that one there split with 2, that one there is split with 2 different ones. You can have just pork if you want, or just beef, whatever. And this one here, I've got pumpkin pie. So that there again, pumpkin pie, 1 diamond per stack. Each item 1 diamond per stack. So this is 16 ender pearls, 8 slime blocks, 4 compasses, and this one here 16 lanterns or 64 bottles of enchanting. Okay, so that's where I got all the enchanting for. This one here again, I've got it marked as 1 diamond for each stack, so you get 2 clocks, 8 tags, 4 bookshelves, or 4 bells. Now this one here, tools, all 1 diamond each. Tools, tridents, 10 diamonds each. So I've got tridents here. See, now they're all repaired and they've all got the unbreaking and the mending on them, same as I was showing you before. And then of course you've got shovels. Now these shovels and the pickaxes, they all came from the end. They were what I found in chests at the end dimension. Whereas the swords and the axes have all come from the from these guys. So there he's got his axes and his swords. All armor 2 diamonds each. So you got all the armors. Okay, 2 diamonds each. That's very reasonable, I thought. This one here, all books 1 diamond, all other items 1 diamond per stack. So I've got this is the honey blocks and the honeycombs, and this one I'm trying to fill up with slimes, slime balls. Okay, books, channeling. I've got so many books, and this one's the luck of the sea. So yeah, that's pretty much what I've got. Oh, this is my garden. Now you probably wonder why I've got glass on top of here, because slimes bounce around in here. Not so much in here, but I did that because they were bouncing around in here, and it does stop them from damaging. There's one in there now, I can see it. It does stop them from damaging pretty much, mostly, the plants. I'm not really concerned about the actual pumpkin or the actual watermelon, but the plants themselves, they end up getting destroyed, and then of course they won't grow anything else. But since I put the glass on, none of them have been destroyed, except when I accidentally, when I was trying to kill a slime, I actually killed a couple of the plants too. But no, the glass is quite effective. It does stop them from getting jumped on. So that's worth knowing if you've got something like what I've got here, where you've got slime chunks and you didn't know it when you were putting the garden in, which I didn't. I knew there was a slime chunk way over in the corner over there, but I did not know that there was a slime chunk in the back of the wall here. So yes, I suppose you see the walls. This is where all the blue and white wool went. Okay, now with the wool that I've used on the ceilings and on the walls, the blue, the pale blue, I've actually used 13,059 blocks. That's what's been used on the ceiling and on the walls. As you can see, there's some of it on the walls. I'll show it over this way a bit easier. So that's all that light blue. Now the white, which is just the clouds, which is mostly on the ceilings, is 1,823. That's blocks of wool. The dark green, which is where I put the hills in. That's supposed to represent hills, but anyway. My idea of this down here was to make it look cartoony. I don't think I actually achieved that though, because I had started off making the houses made of wool, but they looked silly. So I didn't do that. Now the grey, which is like a little castle keep, I guess you could call it. 1,012. That's 2 complete rows all the way around, plus every second block. So that's it for the wool. That's all. I only used the 4 colours. Now the blocks of cobble and stuff, I'll take you to my storage area. Also, shortly there might be a short video on the screen of showing before this was actually completed. We'll see if we can get it up there. I thought I was just taking a snapshot, but somehow or another it actually took a short video of the area before it was finished dug out, and then I think there was one where it was finally dug out, but it was showing what it looked like before all this was put in, all these trees and grass and everything. Okay, now I've got these bubble elevators. I really like the bubble elevators. I reckon they're great. Now down along here is where my storage room is. I can hear a zombie. So down here I built a storage room, but of course I made it far too big to what I needed. But anyway, now I've got these chests all full of cobblestone. There's 30 chests, so there's 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, and that. So almost 30 and a half chests. So 104,635. Now that was just from the digging of the area out there, which I didn't say. The area is, actually I'll go back out just for a moment and just show you again. The area, the floor space where the villages are, this is level 12. So I actually went up to as far as I could reach, which was 7 blocks up. So that was level 19, which has now been covered with wool. And then I dug down to level 4, minus 4, sorry, minus 4. And now that's covered with grass, which is now level minus 3. And that is 100 by 100 square. Okay, so 100 blocks by 100 blocks square. So one level of 100 by 100 is 10,000 blocks. Okay, so just bear that in mind. Now, I've got 104,635 dug out of that area of cobble. I've used some of it, as you can see. I've made fences and slabs and bits and pieces. I have used some of it. Now this one is the cobble deep slate. The cobble deep slate, 66,641, which is actually, there's 6, 12, 18, 19 and nearly a half. Okay, now tough. One chest and almost a second chest, and that was 6,119 blocks. At one time I did actually use my this one here, Sir Pixelot. I used that one, which is a Silk Touch, and I used it. I got almost one chest full of the stone, and that stone is 3,003. But I've used a bit here and there for doing other things, as you can see. The andesite, I didn't put andesite. I didn't put that on my list. But there's almost 2 chests full of andesite, so I don't know how much that adds up to, around about probably nearly 6,000. Now this one here is granite. Yeah, see that one there, granite. Oh, where am I? Granite. 6,210, and that's about the same nearly as what there is of andesite. There's slightly less of andesite. Now this one is the diorite. Now let's see what's in here. I've got obsidian. Yes, obsidian. I got tired of digging obsidian. 2,425 is what I've got. What I had at the time when I finished digging. I don't know if there's more there now. Dirt. The grass blocks I actually bought from my house, which we were over there before, where I showed you all those, where I had all the dragon heads and things sitting on the wall. I bought over about almost a full choker box full of grass blocks. Probably about 2 rows, I'd say, of grass blocks. Yeah, there would have been roughly about the same as what there was of the andesite, etc. Now these ones here, deep slate. Anyway, so this is my storage room. So that's all the stuff that I dug out of that 100 block square. Okay, we'll come back up here. I like the water chutes. So we'll just pop down one more time, just have another quick walk around. There was one little thing that I've actually done here too. I've actually gone out here. I actually go out here to try and kill spiders and things. Oh, it sounds like there's some zombies out there, alright. Sounds like there's a zombie right outside the door there. No, not there. Okay, and this is where I come out here to do some hunting. I try and get spider eyes and things from out here. I've managed to get a few. So it's there is actually a one of those Lush gardens as well. I'll show you where that is. And there's also quite a large slime spawn area in here. There's nice little Lush gardens. I got a couple of creepers blew up here one day and blew up a lot of the. I didn't get hurt because I've got really good armor and all that on, but blew up a lot of the greenery. So there's a couple of areas where it's sort of a bit not much on it. Oh, nothing spawned around here, thankfully. There's another little bit of a Lush over here. Funnily too, down here I haven't actually at the moment seen any axolotls. They're supposed to spawn in these water patches where there's clay underneath. Oh, there's one of those glow. Such a small area, they'll probably end up dying in there. But yeah, it's quite nice down here. So anyway, I guess that's about it from me. I've pretty much exhausted what I wanted to tell you. So yeah, if you liked the video, and hopefully you did, and wasn't too boring for you, just you can send me a message anytime. hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. And if I get enough good response from anyone, I might even do other videos again. It's been a while since I've done any. My son and I, we used to do a mother and son play Minecraft, but it's been a while since we've done that. Oh, there's a thingy down there. I got him. Yeah, so we used to do a mother and son play Minecraft, but it's been a while, so yeah, I sort of miss not doing videos, but I was doing some other videos because I've got another channel at one time, but yeah. Anyway, okay, I guess that's it from me, so goodbye. Yeah, okay. Goodbye.